Alright, major update for XRP holders. Limit says Clarity Act talks are over. It's time. Now, Senator Cynthia Lummis just drew a line in the sand and the entire crypto landscape is shaking. She officially declared that negotiations on the Clarity Act are completely over. Her exact message to Congress is that I'm ready to go. Let the chips fall where they may. So analyst BankXRP right here shared a crucial footage of Senator Lummis breaking down this historic moment. If you own XRP or follow digital assets, this is the ultimate crossroads. So in this video, we are breaking down why the talking is finished, why Wall Street banks are scrambling, and what this high-stakes political showdown means for the market. Right? So let's start about why Senator Lummis forcing a vote right now. Senator Lummis didn't mince words in the video shared by BankXRP right here. She highlighted the sheer grind that went into crafting this bill, mentioning that lawmakers spent weeks working 7 days a week to finalize the text. Her stance is simple. The Clarity Act is a high quality, comprehensive piece of legislation, and reopening negotiations now would destroy months of hard-earned compromise. So, my personal opinion is that Senator Lummis here is executing a brilliant power move. In politics, extended delays are where good bills go to die. By declaring the negotiation phase dead and demanding a floor vote before the August recess, she is stripping away excuses and forcing lawmakers to show their true colors on public record. This legislation establishes a definitive federal framework for digital asset classification. It answers the multi-billion-dollar question of how assets like XRP are recognized under federal law. Lummis knows that every extra day of delay only benefits special interest groups who want to stall progress, which is why pushing for an immediate vote is the strongest move possible. Now, why are big banks scrambling to reopen the bill? Here is the twist that elevates the drama. According to BankXRP's post, major banking institutions initially stepped back from their lobbying efforts during a critical phase of the market structure negotiations. But now that the finished high-quality bill is ready for a vote, those same banks are trying to force their way back into the room to demand a do-over. Now, my personal opinion on this Wall Street maneuver is that traditional financial institutions realize they made a massive tactical error. They thought stepping away from lobbying would stall the momentum of the Clarity Act. Instead, lawmakers finish the job without them. Now, traditional banks realize that a clear regulatory framework empowers utility-driven assets, and they are panicking because they lost their chance to mold the rules in their favor. Now, Senator Lummis recognizes this move for what it is, a stall tactic. Allowing banks to reopen settled negotiations would unravel months of delicate agreements between lawmakers, agricultural committees, and industry representatives. Her refusal to yield sends a powerful signal. Washington will not hold up digital progress just because traditional finance missed the boat. Now, what is the real cost of delaying the vote any longer? The Clarity Act requires 60 votes to clear the Senate floor. a threshold that demands bipartisan support. Senator Lummis isn't claiming the bill is 100% perfect to every single person, but she is emphasizing that it is finished. It is finished. Restarting market structure talks after both sides fought endlessly to reach this compromise risk burning the entire framework to the ground. So, in my opinion, the cost of waiting is far higher than risk of voting. The market needs finality, not endless parliamentary debates. Every month of ambiguity holds back institutional capital and leaves the industry in a state of regulatory limbo. A floor vote right now brings the ultimate clarity everyone has been begging for. Furthermore, momentum is building. More Democrats have shown willingness to support the bill, creating a real path to reaching that 60-vote milestone. A floor vote puts direct pressure on undecided senators. It stops the backroom maneuvering and forces lawmakers to answer a simple question. Are you for clear innovation rules, or do you prefer chaos? So, will the 60-vote threshold finally unlock regulatory finality? The choice facing the Senate isn't between this bill and a better bill down the road. The choice is between passing a meticulously negotiated framework today or wiping the slate clean and starting a multi-year battle from scratch. BankXRP's focus on Lummis's statements underscores that the legislative process has officially run its course. Now, my personal opinion is that we are witnessing a fundamental turning point. For years, digital assets have operated under a cloud of regulatory uncertainty and shifting administrative guidelines. The passage of the Clarity Act would replace subjective enforcement with clear statutory law. It sets explicit boundaries, categorizes digital commodities, and gives market participants a permanent rule book. Now, Lummis's call to let the chips fall where they may shows ultimate confidence in her work. She knows the bill is solid enough to stand on its own feet. If the Senate acts before the August recess, it will resolve years of lingering questions in a single afternoon, permanently shifting how digital asset infrastructure operates globally. And finally, here is our overall conclusion. The situation surrounding the Clarity Act has reached its absolute peak. Senator Cynthia Lummis has made it clear that the era of debate, delays, and backroom lobbying is officially over. By resisting the late lobbying push from traditional banking institutions and demanding a floor vote of 60 senators, she is pushing Washington toward decisive action. So, it is evident that this moment represents much more than a routine legislative update. It is a decisive standoff between finality and delay. If Congress heeds Lummis's call and puts the Clarity Act to a vote, the long-standing regulatory cloud hanging over digital assets like XRP could finally evaporate, paving the way for a new era of structural growth and institutional adoption. Right, and this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one, or you might just as well check this next recommended video right here.